So I went into this album expecting something more of a Dream Theater album, and what I got was a little bit of that. But like with most solo artists, whenever a lead singer decides to record a solo album, we have a tendency to go into it expecting it to sound like the band they are fronting. And that's not always the case. So for example, recently there was an album by Corpse Grinder, the lead vocalist of Cannibal Corpse. So that album was very similar to his main band. But then you take an artist like Bruce Dickinson, and what you get on the solo album is not really what you get with Iron Maiden. And I think that is the case with the James LaBrie album. You do hear some elements of Dream Theater, but it is a little different. He does incorporate his own style. So I will be talking about that throughout this video. So if you're new here, this is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. I recently put up a poll on my community tab asking all of you what should I review for the new album this weekend. The James LaBrie album titled Beautiful Shade of Grey, that was the one that just barely made the #1 spot. So for that reason, I decided to do a full review. So let's talk about it a little more. The album was announced last year. I think it was actually, it had a release date posted online back in 2021. And I think this was one of the albums that I knew about going into 2022. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know he had other solo albums, but apparently this is his 4th solo album, and you can even say it is his 6th if you count the 2 albums with the Mull Musler project. And I'll also be honest with you, I know that I knew about this album for a long time, but I forgot about it, and I didn't even take the time to listen to the other solo albums. But I have listened to all of the other Dream Theater albums. I am a fan of that band. I have been listening to them for a long time. I did a ranking video of Dream Theater, and I know all of the albums very well. And I think for that reason, I did have the expectation of this being a little closer to that band Dream Theater. So the album has 11 songs. It's 48 minutes long. In my opinion, the album is very mellow, so I wouldn't go into it expecting a very heavy album. But having a very laid back, mellow, relaxing type of album is not always a bad thing. Sometimes you just want something heavy. Sometimes you want something to just listen to and you want to relax. Maybe you can listen to this before you go to bed and fall asleep to it. And I'm not saying that, to be critical of it or as a bad thing, because, I like to listen to albums to fall asleep to. And the ones I choose are like from artists that play more like relaxing, maybe atmospheric music, maybe someone like David Gilmour or Jethro Tull. But I'm going off topic here, so let me talk about Beautiful Shades of Grey. So out of the 11 songs, I think there are 2 songs that I guess you would say are heavy songs and sound a little more like classic Dream Theater. Those would be the opening track, Devil in Drag, and track number 5, Hit Me Like a Brick. I think on those songs you get a little more of what you wanted with like a Dream Theater type of song. The rest of the songs are pretty much all ballads, but what I do like about the rest of the songs is they cover a wide variety of styles. So for example, track number 2, Supernova Girl, this has some acoustic strumming and it starts to pick up the pace. Kind of sounds like a pop song, maybe a power ballad from an 80s hair metal band. I actually like the song a lot. I thought it was very catchy and just shows a different side of what you're expecting from the album. Then you take a song like Wildflower, which is another ballad with acoustic strumming and really like beautiful lyrics. I think the lyrics are very well written on this album and just another type of like singer-songwriter type of song. He also incorporates more progressive keyboards and particularly like a type of a Dream Theater type of song. And I thought that was pretty good, but it's not all just acoustic strumming. So for example, a song like Give and Take has a lot of like Latin-inspired acoustic guitar playing, something similar to a guitarist like Carlos Santana. Just a very laid-back ballad with some Latin flair. I thought that was cool. He's going for something a little different, not something you would hear on a Dream Theater ballad. And he does some different types of things. So for example, Conscious Calling. It's a 49-second song. It's all a cappella. And that song serves as an intro to the song What I Missed, which is like a slightly darker and haunting type of piano ballad. I thought it was really cool and it kind of changes the tone a little bit. And the album also has 2 versions of the song Devil in Drag. The first one is a little more stripped down, laid back, and does have a kind of a Dream Theater type of sound with those progressive keyboards and complicated rhythms. And then there's an electric version of the song, which is something more that you would be expecting. So I thought that was really cool. Then there's one of the singles called Am I Right? Another ballad similar to, those Dream Theater ballads. And it's mostly a singer-songwriter type of song with the acoustic strumming, some piano in the background. very laid back, relaxing type of song, and it's kind of the general tone of the album. And I must also not forget to mention that there is a cover of Ramble On by Led Zeppelin. That's pretty faithful to the original. It's very good. James LaBrie does have the voice to pull off a Led Zeppelin song, so I like that aspect of it. But otherwise, he doesn't really add or take away anything from the song. It's just a really good cover. In conclusion, I thought the album was good or okay. I was expecting something a little more harder rocking, maybe something with a little more energy, but it's a very laid back album, and I guess that was his intention. It's not another Dream Theater album. It's a James LaBrie solo album. I think it's decent. The songs are not super memorable. Like, I don't think the songs really like stuck with me. I listened to the album about like 3 times, and I guess maybe it has to grow on me a little more, but I think they're not bad. In general, all the songs are very well written. The lyrics are very well written. They're very heartfelt. The production is good. There is enough variety on it, so you don't really get bored with these types of songs. But I guess I probably wanted something a little heavier, but that's just me and my personal taste. But for me, I'll give this album a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Up next, I will be checking the community tab poll, so you can keep voting. I'll see which one to do next, or I may combine 2 or 3 into one video. And that is all. I am planning a collaboration video with the Chill Dude on the Couch, and it will be on his channel. And once that is posted, I will post that on my community tab, and we will be talking about Radiohead's anniversary album of OK Computer, celebrating 25 years. So that is all. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.